Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I'm going to do a quick little video here on my Stoeger M3K. I've had some people ask me some questions about it, so I figured what the heck, I'll kind of go over some things that I've done to my Stoeger so people can know exactly what I did to my Stoeger. So I got the M3K Freedom Edition, which came with a 10-round magazine. I added a extension on mine, plus 2, so I have 12 in the magazine. I have also added a high-vis front sight to mine. I like the green better than the red that came stock on it. Green to me means go, so I kind of like that way better. It's a lot brighter than the red in the summertime in the sunlight. I added the Magpul buttstock to mine, which is great. It feels good shooting. MOA Precision has the kit that there's just basically a little plate that goes in where the old buttstock goes. My buttstock on the original Stoeger, the stock version, would come undone every now and again, or the bolt would loosen up on the inside, or the nut would loosen up on the inside. You got to take the 2 screws off, dig into the shock pad, and then use a Phillips screwdriver to get in there, get those 2 screws out. Then it's a deep well with a very long extension, 5/8 deep well, to get in there and pull that bad boy out. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I put this on there. Pros of it is it shoots great like this. Cons of it is when you're doing quad loads, because I do weak hand quad loads, your wrist is kind of kinked at a little bit more of an angle, but shooting it is way better. And I've kind of adapted the way I do my quad loads to this. As you may or may not notice, I've had it Cerakoted from the good folks at Delphi Tactical here in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area. It's Battleship Gray, battle-worn Battleship Gray. I think it looks cool. Delphi's no longer in business, and the guys at American Customs basically moved over there and started their own business. I basically put a MOA Precision extended trigger on, extended safety on here too, which is okay, nothing special about that. I did the opening port loading port here myself, and then I had a good friend of mine, Jason Bennett. He came by and polished it up to make it look even better. Finished up my screw ups because I really kind of butchered it when I did it myself. I replaced the follower in there as well with a Terran Tactical, which is flat faced. It's kind of a better, so you don't have to worry about getting your finger pinched with that little nipple that's on the other version, the stock version. And you may notice right off the bat, the main reason why I'm doing this is because of the lightning load lifter that I had installed. I did this from MOA Precision, and I'm getting ready to clean my gun, so I figured this is a perfect time to talk about it. So here are the trigger assemblies that I have. This is a regular old stock Stoeger M3K trigger. Nothing fancy. Haven't done anything to it. And this is the Stoeger with the lightning load lifter installed. So what I did is I bought an extra trigger assembly, that one over there, and MOA Precision has a program where you send in a trigger assembly and they will install it for you. And they also do 2 things for you. They put this little cool guy trigger stop at the back, and they also planed out a little bit here to make it a little easier to put some shells in here. So that was like $175 to do that. And I'm like, or $180 to ship it to me and then have me disassemble my trigger assembly here. To me, it was a kind of a no-brainer. I sent mine in on a, I want to say it was a Tuesday, and I got it back on the following Monday. So I had about a week's worth of time at MOA Precision for them to do their work and get it back to me. So far, so good. There are other lightning load lifters or automatic auto load lifters. J. Kelly, I think is the name of it, or J. Kenny and Company make one for the Benelli. I know that these guys have had theirs out for quite some time, the MOA Precision one. The J. Kenny ones that some of the guys I shoot with, they first bought them when they first came out, and they were not very happy with them. They worked great for a couple of minutes, and then after that, they just kind of didn't work at all. So I elected to go with this route to try it and see what happens. And if it doesn't work in a match, then I'll take my penalties and go grab the stock version and rock and roll the rest of the match. So that's kind of where I am right now. So I just finished cleaning my Stoeger, and I'm going to demonstrate the differences between the auto load lifter and the regular load lifter. So I have the regular stock trigger assembly in here, and my plan is, so you have different ways if you're starting from an empty shotgun. You can either lock the bolt to the rear and then jam the match saver in and then do your regular old quad load, which is what I'll do here. And you know, there's differences in speed between that and like a regular load. So you go like this and then turn it over, and then boom, you're off and running again. So that's obviously from an open bolt, but you know, when you have the, you know, some stages I've run, you'd had to have a completely empty shotgun and you had to load on the fly. So the other way to do it would be just to flip it over, do your regular quad, hit the button on the side, rack it, and then boom, you're off and running again. So the other way to do this would be from an open bolt. So I have the open bolt here, as you can see clearly. And what I will do from here is, you know, sometimes you can start with an open bolt, you know, with a gun empty, and you just do regular quad. And what it's going to do is automatically put one in the chamber for you as you're doing this, as you can see right there. So this is great. Let's say you happen to run out of ammo during a stage, you just forget to do your count or whatever the case may be. Your bolts to the rear, instead of having to, you know, hit the little button down here, charge the release the handle, hit the button, do your quad load, charge it again. This does save you some time. This will not replace round count. And I don't think I would ever trust that. I still plan on doing my round counts for my stages. But if I happen to need it someday, then I have it already installed on my gun. And this should help me, hopefully, for future 3-gun matches. Hopefully. If anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. Again, this is from MOA Precision. It's out in Oregon, if I remember correctly from the address. Go to their websites like moaprecision.com and then go to Stoeger. They are starting to make some of these for the Benellis and the Brettas as well. Don't know about the Mossbergs yet, especially the new Jerry Michalek 940s. But the Stoeger version has been out for quite some time, and so far I did use this in my match deliberately. Ran the gun dry this past weekend, and it failed. It did not let me down. It worked like a champ. Worked as advertised, as you just saw in this video, and I'll post some kind of footage of that. The video is not the greatest. The guy doing the videoing didn't get a good angle of me, and I had a malfunction on one of my rounds, so I had to chamber another round, and then so I had 5 targets and 1 left on the plate rack there. I used my match saver to get that last target, which again ran the gun dry, flipped it over, did my quad loads, my dual quad loads, and was able to continue on from there, as you'll see in the video. One thing I do plan on doing to my gun at some point is putting a rear sight on the back here, which should help my distance slug targeting out pretty good. I don't have a problem with it. I've hit 100 yards before with this thing, but I just kind of want to have one of those on here at some point as I continue to progress in my 3-gun career, if you will. Again, have any questions, let me know. It's a Stoeger M3K. This is mine. And I love this shotgun. Great shooting gun. Thank you.
That last one is down. It's still showing up, but it is down.